I was 600 kilometers north of Toronto when my phone started buzzing. Third ring in 5 minutes. I'd learned not to ignore patterns like that. The drilling conference could wait. Mr. Richardson, this is Principal Chen from Westmount Elementary. Your grandson Tyler's in our medical office. He's asking for you. My stomach dropped. What happened? Where's his mother? We've been trying to reach Jennifer for 2 hours. Tyler had an incident during recess. He's quite shaken. We really need a guardian here. I'm leaving now. Don't let him out of your sight. I hung up and immediately called Jennifer. Straight to voicemail. Called again. Same thing. Third time. She picked up. Dad, I'm in the middle of something. The school called. Tyler needs you. Tyler's fine. The school overreacts to everything. He probably scraped his knee. They said he's shaken up. They've been calling you for 2 hours. Long pause. I'm at Brandon's place. We're working on his renovation project. Tyler can wait until I'm done. Brandon? Who the hell is Brandon? My contractor. Look, I'll pick Tyler up when I finish here. Tell the school to calm down. She hung up on me. On my own daughter. I stared at the phone, then at the conference room door. Then I grabbed my coat and ran. The drive from Sudbury back to Toronto normally took 7 hours. I made it in 5.5, calling the school every 30 minutes. Each time, Principal Chen's voice got more strained. Tyler's asking why his mom isn't answering. We're keeping him comfortable. But Mr. Richardson, there's something you should know. Tyler didn't just have an accident. 3 older boys cornered him behind the portable classrooms. They were pretty rough with him. Is he hurt? Some bruising, torn jacket? But sir, that's not all. When we called Jennifer the first time, Tyler heard us on speaker. He heard your daughter say, "It's just Tyler being dramatic again. I'll deal with it later." My hands tightened on the wheel. She said that in front of him. The secretary didn't realize Tyler was close enough to hear. I'm so sorry. I was 300 kilometers away, pushing my truck faster than I should have. My grandson was sitting in a school office, bruised and scared, knowing his mother considered him a nuisance. When I finally got to Westmount Elementary, it was past 5 p.m. The halls were empty except for Principal Chen, waiting by the main entrance. She led me to the medical office, where Tyler sat on the examination table, his Spider-Man jacket ripped at the shoulder, a purple bruise blooming on his cheek. "Grandpa," he whispered and burst into tears. I pulled him into my arms, feeling how tightly he gripped me. This wasn't ordinary scared. This was abandoned scared. "I've got you, buddy. You're safe now." Tyler buried his face in my shoulder. Mom said I was being dramatic. I heard her. "Grandpa," she said, "it wasn't important." Principal Chen handed me an incident report. The boys who did this have been suspended. But Mr. Richardson, this isn't Tyler's first incident this year. He's been targeted multiple times. Multiple times? Why wasn't I told? We've notified Jennifer each time. She's assured us she'd handle it. I looked at the dates on the report. 5 incidents in 3 months. 5 times my daughter had been called. 5 times she'd apparently done nothing. "Where is she now?" Principal Chen asked. I pulled out my phone and tried Jennifer again. This time she answered on the first ring. "Dad, I told you I'd get him when I was done. It's after 5. Tyler was assaulted. Where are you?" Brandon needed help with measurements. Look, these things happen with boys. Tyler needs to toughen up. Something in my chest went cold. Your son was beaten up by 3 kids. He's been sitting here for 6 hours, wondering why his mother didn't come. 6 hours? That's ridiculous. The school called me at 3 p.m. They called you at 11 this morning. Silence. Then while I was busy, I'm a single mother trying to make ends meet. Brand. On's paying me good money to help with his projects. Brandon the contractor. Yes, he's teaching me the business. There's real money in renovations. while your son sits alone in a school office. Oh, for God's sake, Dad. You're being as dramatic as Tyler. I'm coming to get him now. No, I'm taking him home with me. You can't just take my kid. Watch me. I ended the call and looked at Principal Chen. I'm Tyler's legal guardian, too, correct? Jennifer listed me on the emergency forms. She nodded. You're the secondary contact. Good. I'm taking him tonight. If Jennifer has a problem with that, she can call my lawyer. Tyler's grip on my arm tightened. Can I stay with you, Grandpa? Please. As long as you need, buddy. We stopped at Tyler's apartment to pack a bag. Jennifer wasn't home. The place looked like a hurricane had hit it. Dishes piled in the sink. Tyler's school project materials scattered across the floor. His bed unmade for what looked like days. But what caught my attention was the calendar on the fridge. Every weekend for the past 2 months was blocked off with Brandon's renovation projects and Jennifer's handwriting. Not a single entry about Tyler's activities, no soccer games, no birthday parties, nothing. I opened the fridge. Half a carton of milk, some wilted lettuce, and a case of beer. In the pantry, a box of granola bars and instant noodles. Tyler, what have you been eating? He shrugged, not meeting my eyes. Lunch at school. Sometimes Mom brings pizza home. What about breakfast? Granola bars. Every day? He nodded. I pulled out my phone and took pictures of everything. The empty fridge, the messy apartment, the calendar. Something told me I'd need evidence. We were loading Tyler's things into my truck when Jennifer finally showed up, pulling in behind me in a shiny black pickup that definitely wasn't hers. Dad, what are you doing? Taking Tyler for a while until you get your priorities straight. A man got out of the driver's side, mid-30s, muscled arms, see? Overt in tattoos, wearing a tight white shirt and a cocky grin. This the dad causing problems? He said to Jennifer. My father. Dad, this is Brandon. Brandon stuck out his hand. Heard a lot about you, old man. I didn't take it. You're the reason my daughter left her son alone for 6 hours. Hey, Jen makes her own choices. I was just offering her work. At 11 a.m. in the morning, when her kid's school called, Brandon's smile faded. Jen told me the school had it covered. The school needed his mother. Look, man, I don't get involved in family drama. He turned to Jennifer. Babe, you coming back to finish those measurements? Babe. I looked at my daughter. Really looked at her. She'd lost weight. Her hair was different. Bleached blonde instead of her natural brown. She was wearing makeup she never used to wear, and clothes that looked expensive. Jennifer has something going on I should know about. I'm just working. Dad. Brandon's teaching me a trade at his place on a Sunday, while your son needs you. She crossed her arms. You're judging me. You always do. I'm stating facts. You don't understand. After Marcus left, I had to rebuild my whole life. Brandon's been helping me become independent by teaching you to ignore your child. Tyler's fine. You're making a big deal out of nothing. I opened the passenger door of my truck, where Tyler was sitting, watching this whole exchange, with wide eyes. Does he look fine to you? Jennifer glanced at Tyler, then away. He's always been sensitive. He's 8 years old, and he was assaulted today. Look at his face. She finally looked properly, saw the bruise, the torn jacket. Something flickered in her expression, guilt maybe. But then Brandon put his hand on her shoulder. Jen, we should get back. That drywall isn't going to measure itself. The guilt vanished. Dad, I appreciate you picking Tyler up, but I'll take him home now. No. Excuse me. Tyler stays with me until you prove you can put him first. You can't do that. I'm his mother. Then, AC. Tea like it. I got in my truck. Tyler, buckle up. Jennifer grabbed my door. Dad, wait. You can't just take him. Call me when Brandon's gone and you remember you have a son. I backed out, watching Jennifer's face in the rearview mirror. She looked angry, but she didn't look worried. That told me everything I needed to know. Tyler was quiet for the first hour of the drive to my place in Aurora. Then softly, "Is Mom mad at me?" "Nobody. Mom's confused right now. Sometimes adults make bad choices. Is Brandon her boyfriend? Smart kid. I think so. I don't like him. He's mean to Mom sometimes. He says things that make her cry, but then she laughs like it's a joke." My jaw tightened. What kind of things? Like she's stupid, or she's getting fat. Once he threw his coffee cup because she made it wrong, in front of you. I was supposed to be doing homework, but I could hear through the wall. I wanted to turn the truck around and have a very different conversation with Brandon. But Tyler needed stability, not more drama. How long has this been going on? Since summer. Mom met him when she was looking for someone to fix our bathroom. He said he'd do it cheap if she helped him with other jobs. That was 4 months ago. 4 months of Jennifer prioritizing this man over her son. When we got to my house, I made Tyler his favorite dinner, grilled cheese and tomato soup. He ate 3 sandwiches. Growing boy, hungry. After dinner, he asked if he could call his mom. I handed him my phone and left the room to give him privacy, but I could hear through the door. "Mom, it's me. I'm at Grandpa's." "No, I'm okay." The boys from school, they pushed me and said mean things. "Mom, one of them pulled my hair really hard." "I know, but it hurt." "Okay, I love you too." He came out red-eyed. "Mom says she'll pick me up tomorrow after Brandon's job is done." I texted Jennifer later that night. "Tyler stays here until we have a serious conversation about his safety and your priorities. This isn't negotiable." She responded, "Ed at midnight. You're overreacting. I'm picking him up Tuesday." I called my old friend Lloyd. We'd worked together for 30 years before we both retired, and he'd been a family lawyer before switching to petroleum engineering. Now he consulted part-time and fished the rest. "George, it's been a while," he answered. "I need legal advice. Can you still practice?" "Depends what you need." I explained the situation. Tyler's incidents at school, Jennifer's absences, Brandon, the empty fridge, the bruise on my grandson's face. Lloyd was quiet for a long moment. "George, what you're describing sounds like neglect. Document everything. Pictures, dates, school reports. If Jennifer fights this, you'll need evidence. I'm not trying to take Tyler away from his mother. No, but you might need to protect him from her choices. Get those school reports. Talk to neighbors. Find out how often Jennifer is actually home versus at Brandon's place. And George, don't tell Jennifer what you're doing. People get defensive when they know they're being watched." The next morning, I drove Tyler to school myself. Principal Chen met us at the entrance. "Mr. Richardson, I'm glad you're here. Could we talk?" She led me to her office while Tyler went to his classroom. I've been reviewing Tyler's file. The incidents I mentioned yesterday are just what we've documented. Teachers have noted several concerning things. Tyler often comes to school without proper lunch. He falls asleep during afternoon classes. His hygiene has declined. She showed me teacher notes spanning the past 3 months. Tyler wearing same shirt 3 days in a row, nodded off during math. When asked if he slept well, said Mom came home late and he couldn't sleep with voices in the next room. Tyler ate 4 helpings at the Halloween party. When asked if he had breakfast, said he forgot. Found Tyler in the library at recess instead of outside. Said he didn't want the other kids to see his jacket because it has holes. I felt sick reading the Why wasn't I told about this? We called Jennifer each time. She assured us she'd handle it. We have no legal reason to contact other family members if the parent is responsive. But she wasn't handling it. No, she wasn't. Mr. Richardson, I'm mandated to report suspected neglect. I've been documenting, but I was hoping Jennifer would improve. Now, with yesterday's incident and her response time, I think I need to file a report with Children's Aid Society. Do what you need to do. Tyler's staying with me. That's good. He needs stability. But you should know once I file this report, it becomes an official investigation. Then Jennifer will have to answer for her choices. That afternoon, I picked Tyler up and took him to see Dr. Patel for a full checkup. Tyler had missed his last 2 scheduled appointments. I learned his vaccinations were behind. He'd lost 3 pounds since his last visit 6 months ago. George, Dr. Patel said privately, this doesn't look good. Tyler should be gaining weight at his age, not losing it. And these bruises, the one on his face is fresh, but there are older ones on his ribs and back. Has he been in multiple altercations? According to the school, yes. These don't all look like playground injuries. Some are in places you'd get from being grabbed or restrained. I felt cold. You think someone's hurting him? I think Tyler needs a safe environment while we figure out what's going on. I'm documenting everything for the record. Jennifer showed up at my house that evening with Brandon. I didn't let them pass the porch. Where's my son? She demanded. Doing homework. I'm taking him home. No, you're not. Brandon stepped forward. Listen, old man. You're on my property. I'd watch your tone. Dad, you can't keep Tyler from me, Jennifer said. Can I? Principal Chen filed a report with Children's Aid. Dr. Patel documented evidence of neglect. The school has 3 months of incidents where you didn't respond. You want to explain that to a social worse. Kier? Her face went white. You had them file a report. I didn't have to. They did it because it's their job to protect children, something you seem to have forgotten. I'm protecting Tyler. I'm working hard to give him a better life. By leaving him alone. By letting him go hungry. By not showing up when he's hurt. I was working with Brandon on a Sunday, while your son sat in a school office for 6 hours. Brandon grabbed Jennifer's arm. Come on, babe. You don't need this. Let the old man keep the kid if he wants to play daddy. I saw Jennifer waver. Part of her wanted to fight, but Brandon's grip on her arm tightened, and she wilted. Fine, she said. Keep him for a few days. I need space anyway. They left. Through the window, I watched Brandon say something to her in the truck. She nodded, looking defeated. Tyler appeared beside me. Is Mom leaving? Just for now, buddy. Because of me? I knelt down to his level. No, never because of you. Your mom's making choices that aren't about you at all. That's the problem. Over the next week, I learned more than I wanted to know. The neighbors in Jennifer's building told me she was rarely home before midnight. Brandon's truck was there most nights. Loud music, sometimes arguments. One neighbor had called building security twice about noise. I spoke with Tyler's teacher, Mrs. Patterson. She'd been documenting Tyler's decline for months. He used to be one of my brightest students, she said. This year, he barely participates. He's withdrawn, scared. The other kids have started avoiding him because he smells sometimes. I requested copies of all incident reports. 5 documented bullying events, but worse, 7 times when Tyler had been sent to the office for falling asleep in class, for not having supplies, for wearing dirty clothes. The children's aid worker, Helen, visited my house on Friday. She interviewed Tyler while I waited in another room. 45 minutes later, she came out with a tight expression. Mr. Richardson, Tyler's, described living conditions that concern me. I'm going to need to inspect Jennifer's apartment and interview her. In the meantime, Tyler should remain with you. What did he tell you? He said his mother is often gone overnight. He's been making his own meals, mostly cereal and toast, when there's food in the house. He said Brandon doesn't like him and tells his mother Tyler's getting in the way of their relationship. Brandon said that to an 8-year-old. According to Tyler, Brandon says it to Jennifer while Tyler's in the next room. Tyler also mentioned that Brandon broke Jennifer's phone 2 weeks ago during an argument. She had to borrow money from Brandon to buy a new one. The pieces started falling into place Jennifer's changed appearance, her defensiveness, the way she jumped when Brandon spoke. This wasn't just about neglecting Tyler. Jennifer was in something deeper. I called Lloyd again. I think my daughter's in an abusive relationship. That complicates things. If you push too hard about Tyler, she might choose Brandon over both of you. What do I do? Document everything, but don't corner her. She needs to see for herself what's happening. In the meantime, keep Tyler safe. That's your priority. The following Tuesday, Helen called me. I inspected Jennifer's apartment, Mr. Richardson. There was no food in the house except beer and instant noodles, no clean clothes for Tyler. His bedroom hadn't been cleaned in weeks, and Jennifer admitted she'd been staying at Brandon's place most nights, leaving Tyler alone. She left him alone. He's 8. She said Brandon doesn't like Tyler at his place, so she's been going there after Tyler falls asleep and coming back before he wakes up. That's abandonment. Yes, it is. I'm recommending Tyler remain in your care until Jennifer completes parenting classes and demonstrates stable housing. I'm also recommending she undergo a psychological evaluation. Her judgment is severely impaired. That evening, Jennifer came alone. No BR, Andan. She looked terrible, pale, thin, with dark circles under her eyes. "Can I see Tyler?" she asked quietly. I almost said no, but I saw something in her face I hadn't seen in months. Regret, maybe, or fear. 10 minutes? I let her in and called Tyler downstairs. He ran to her and she burst into tears, holding him tight. "I'm sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. Mom." "Are you okay?" "No, but I will be." She looked at me. "Dad, can we talk?" I nodded to Tyler. "Go finish your homework, buddy." When he was gone, Jennifer collapsed into a chair. Helen came to see me. She showed me all the reports, the school notes, Tyler's weight loss, everything. "You didn't know?" I knew something was wrong, but Brandon kept saying Tyler was fine, that I was worrying too much, that I needed to focus on building our future. Brandon's been manipulating you. I know that now. God, Dad, I was so stupid. He said he loved me, that we'd build a business together, that Tyler would adjust. Every time the school called, he'd tell me they were overreacting, that boys need to learn to be tough. Tyler needed his mother. I know, she wiped her eyes. Yesterday, Brandon told me I had to choose. Him or Tyler. He said Tyler was baggage that would hold me back from success, and I actually hesitated. Dad. I stood there and thought about which one to choose. What kind of mother does that? One who's being abused and controlled? She looked up sharply. What? Brandon's isolated you from family, changed how you dress and act, made you dependent on him financially, convinced you that your own child is a problem. That's textbook abuse, Jennifer. But he never hit me. Abuse isn't always physical. Breaking your phone, controlling your money, making you doubt yourself. That's abuse, too. She was quiet for a long time. I left him this morning. He was furious. Told me I'd never find anyone else who'd put up with me. That I was lucky he gave me a chance. Do you believe that? No, not anymore. I saw Tyler's bruise yesterday when Helen showed me the photo. Really saw it. And I realized I did that. Not with my hands, but by not being there. By letting him face bullies alone. By choosing a man over my own child. I sat down across from her. What do you want to do now? I want to fix this. I know I can't undo what happened. But Helen said, if I do the classes and therapy and find stable housing, I might get Tyler back part-time. Do you want him back? More than anything, I just don't know if I deserve him. Deserve isn't the question. Can you keep him safe? Can you put him first? Yes. I swear to you, Dad. No more Brandons. No more putting men before my son. I'll do whatever it takes. Over the next 2 months, Jennifer proved she meant it. She moved into a small apartment near mine, got a real job at a property management company, attended every class and therapy session Helen required. She visited Tyler 3 times a week, always on time, always sober, always focused on him. At Christmas, Helen approved supervised overnight visits. Jennifer decorated her new apartment with Tyler's help, stocked the fridge with real food, created a routine and schedule that put Tyler at the center. In January, Tyler started going to Jennifer's place on weekends. He'd come back to my house on Sunday evenings and tell me about cooking breakfast with Mom, or watching movies together, or how Mom helped him with his science project without checking her phone once. "She's different, Grandpa," he said one Sunday. "She's like she used to be before Brandon. People can change when they want to. Do you think she'll stay changed?" "I think she learned something important, that you matter more than anything else." In March, Helen closed the case. Jennifer had completed all requirements and demonstrated consistent, appropriate parenting. Tyler would return to her primary care, with me remaining in active support. The night before Tyler moved back with Jennifer, he hugged me tight. "Thank you for coming to get me, Grandpa. When I heard Mom say I was dramatic, I thought nobody cared. I will always come for you. Always. And your mom knows that now, too. What if Brandon comes back? He won't. But if anyone ever makes you feel unsafe or unimportant, you tell me immediately. Promise. Promise." Jennifer came to pick him up the next morning. She'd been crying. I could tell, but she was smiling. "Ready to come home?" she asked Tyler. "Yeah, Mom." She looked at me. "Thank you, Dad, for not giving up on either of us. That's what family does." "We show up?" she nodded, understanding the weight of those words. She hadn't shown up when Tyler needed her most, but she was showing up now, and that had to count for something. I watched them drive away, Tyler waving from the window. My phone buzzed with a text from Lloyd. Heard the case closed. "You did good, George. The kid's lucky to have you," I texted back. "We're all lucky. Sometimes it takes almost losing someone to remember they matter." 3 months later, Tyler's teacher called me. "Mr. Richardson, I wanted to let you know Tyler's doing wonderfully. His grades are up. He's participating in class, and he's made several new friends. Whatever happened, it worked. He has his mother back." I said that's what worked, because in the end, that's what Tyler needed most. Not perfect, just present.